Hello, everyone, and welcome. So, I know you're usually expecting to hear my wonderful co host Felix in the background providing his commentary, but he's not feeling too great today, so he's taking a sick day. So you're kind of stuck with me. But don't worry, I'll still be good to talk to. I hope. Okay. Yeah, I hope he's better tomorrow too. So, today, to compensate, I will be drawing my original character from the Dragon Ball Xenoverse game, Mariko, and giving a little bit of insight into her backstory. Now, I'm not 100% sure how the Saiyans work in the Xenoverse franchise in terms of canonicity, but I do know that the other Saiyan characters you meet are real surprised to see you. Yeah, we do all hope he gets better for tomorrow. He's taken some medicine, he's lying down, and we just hope he's better soon. Anywho, so today I figured I'm gonna draw. So last time I drew Mariko. You guys got to see her in her sort of battle gear. And today I decided to draw her in some more casual attire because this is not going to be an anime character who has the only one outfit ever. Trope. I'm sorry, but no. And maybe talk a little more about her backstory. Again, I state I'm not 100% sure how it's explained that the Saiyans exist in the Xenoverse as a playable race. I think it's one of those, like, I assume. Well, the way I imagine Mariko works is she's a member. She's alive because her parents were members of the Time Patrol themselves, and as a result, were somewhat able to avoid Planet Vegeta blowing up. If the canon has a different explanation, I'd love to hear it. Like that's the best explanation I can give for how Mariko is still alive and existing as a Saiyan. Um, uh, Now, because she was raised in the Time Patrol, as it were, in a lot of ways, she's kind of different from a lot of other Saiyans. Namely, her attitudes are more, I hate to use the term, but more worldly. Like, the save everyone killed by the guy who blew. The issue is with that, um, I think the predominant problem with that one is that nobody's tried it. I don't know enough about the Dragon Ball lore to propose that question. Could it work? Yes. Has somebody who had possession of the Dragon Balls thought about it? Maybe not. Because, I mean, it was believed until Vegeta rocked up and told everybody about it. Like, it's one of those nobody really knows about it because of how just, in theory, absolute the annihilation was, I think. If that makes any sense. But yeah, it's hard telling not knowing why somebody hasn't made that wish. The implications if someone did would be really interesting from like a storyline perspective. But then again, it might be one of those things where it has to happen for other things to occur the way they are supposed to. No attempt to find Vegeta. He'd be important if there. That one, it's difficult. Yeah, that's kind of. There's a lot of plot concerns for if/when somebody decides to try to wish back Planet Vegeta. Another big one is there is always the chance that this is an event that, as much as we don't like it, it has to happen for things to go the way they are supposed to. Mariko's skills? Well, an interesting thing about the video game I'm playing her in is that you can learn the attacks of various characters from the Dragon Ball franchise. For example, you could learn the Destructo Disc from Krillin, some other stuff. Yeah, you can learn the Destructo Disc from Krillin. That's actually an attack Mariko does have. It has homing capabilities, so yes, please, thank you. Um, um, and very recently in game, she's started training under some of the canonical surviving Saiyans, that being, well, not Goku, but that being Nappa, Raditz, and Vegeta. She, in her mind, training with Vegeta is a necessary evil. Like, does she like Vegeta? No. Will she still train under Vegeta? Yes. Why? Because the man's attacks are useful. Um, she's still learning under them, but she's figured out a lot of their sort of staple attacks. Like none of their big finishers yet, but she's definitely picking up some things. This is where I really wish I had her abilities set from the game in front of my face. But yeah, she's and one of the unique facets of the yes, please, thank you on the homing discs. What happened when Frieza tried the Destructo disc? Well, for one, a lot of the opponents in that Mariko faces as a member of the Time Patrol are very fast, very physically capable warriors. An attack that's effectively a sure hit is something she'd need to be stupid to say no to. I'm really worried about this. um, yeah, she's, while she does like getting right up in her opponent's face and punching them in the face, she does also enjoy using ranged attacks when the opponent is just a smidge too big. Where am I in terms of the story? Well, the story of the game kind of follows like, okay, uh, somebody is messing with the flow of time and making villains more powerful than they should be, so they're winning, and that's throwing the timeline off whack. So they send an agent of the Time Patrol, that being Mariko in this case, to go make things right. So essentially, you're traveling through the Dragon Ball Z various arcs, fixing things. For example, my character has fought Raditz, Nappa, Vegeta. Currently, I'm in the middle of the Namek arc, if that makes any sense. Yeah. Her most challenging fight yet was with Ozaru form Vegeta, but that was just due to the sheer size of him. Because Mariko, like a lot of Saiyan women, is on the smaller side. And while normally that's a, hey look Vegeta, you're picking on somebody your own size, when the Ozaru form kicks in, that's a bad time. But yeah, I'm kind of in the middle of the Namek arc right now. Like, I've fought Dodoria, I've fought Zarbon, that sort of thing. A certain ranger taking over. Actually, she's been able to avoid that, largely due to timely yeeting of an amphibian. um, basically, in the events of the show, it's canonical for Ginyu to try to take over the body of a powerful Saiyan fighter, but for a frog to get thrown in the way, and for him to, well, put himself in the frog. She was about to have him try to take over her body. Okay. Arm. Yep. But yeah, she's yeah, that was one of those fights where yeah, a lot of her abilities very heavily focus on I mean, try it, monkey. Farm. But yes, Ginyu did attempt to take over her body. Emphasis on attempt. This did not go well for him, and he ended up getting beat to a paste. But yeah, her primary sort of goal at the moment is very much to just set the timelines aright. And while a lot of the time she does very much sort of fly solo, good afternoon, Mumsy, is that there's a point in the story where the player switches bodies with him. With Ginyu? No, not that I'm aware of. There may be an option for you to do that, but, I'm not sure. And I'm glad you have a new microwave, Mumsy. So point in the star. It's possible, but, I did not get that in my playthrough, so it's entirely possible I just missed it. Now, her parents were a lot like standard Saiyans and did not have much by way of emotional attachment to their child. This did not really affect Mariko very much because that's just, in her mind, that's just how it works. Yeah. It may just be one of those where it's like I was able to avoid it somehow. Would not be surprised about that. I have accidentally avoided things in the past. Um anyway, so but yeah, because Mariko grew up surrounded by all these other alien races, she actually has quite a knack for languages. Um, while she is still learning a lot of them, she's at least passable and enough to get by. Too smart and got past it? Maybe, that's entirely a possibility. Now, how do you think the micro... That is a valid question. How long will the microwave survive? But yes, but yeah, she's learned a lot of attacks from those around her and is making active strides to learn more. In her mind, the the race of the teacher doesn't matter that much. Like, what matters to her is just straight up how good of a teacher are you? What I'm drawing right now is just her in her training outfit, which is largely a very loose tank top and some loose tank top and some shorts. Yeah, hopefully 2 years like the last one. She while she's still learning a lot about still learning about most of the things she can do. She's pretty smart. Arm going through her. Basically, she's done the cross arms under her chest thing. Going through her. Basically, let's say the arms are crossed under the top of the shirt, and because it's baggy, it's kind of bunched up over her arms. Maybe. Um, that and I have yet to erase the lines of the line art here. But yeah, basically, like she likes to wear very when she's training, she likes to wear very loose tank top and some shorts. Uh, yeah, that might be a DLC thing, which I haven't gotten to yet. Fair enough. But yeah, it's this is very much what she wears to train. What she wears for battle is what I drew her in last time. And she does love to train. Like, that's pretty much what she's doing when she's not out doing time patrol stuff. She's training, learning new techniques, figuring out ways to be a better fighter. Um, for example, in game, I just had her finish up spending a lot of time. Yeah, the guy who uses the homing discs and a kid. That would be Krillin and Gohan, I think. Yeah, Krillin and Gohan. Which are inspired to protect the guy who uses the homing discs and a kid. Yeah, I think I might have just straight up avoided that somehow. And I'm glad you think she looks ready to play soccer. I'm assuming you mean soccer, Mumsy, because you're from the UK, and football is how people from the UK refer to soccer. Hey, Wolf. But yeah, yeah. Basically, what I'm drawing on right now is some just some joint guards for when she's doing full, effectively full contact beatdown sparring. And football to you is our rugby. Okay. So, but yeah, I'm just gonna draw some joint pads on her sort of knees and elbows. Why am I drawing her again? The save file didn't get corrupted, I just like drawing her. Good lord. And, I applaud that gentleman for his decision to continue playing the game, but good lord. Do not. Like, sir, medical help exists. Ah, and Bean, it's not you being dumb. I could have explained better. But yeah, like, there are some people she trains with who think her using joint guard, using elbow and knee guards is a little bit silly. But then she just politely reminds them that she's not the one who has to go visit the infirmary after a training bout. Yeah, no question is dumb. Yep. But yeah, yeah, and while Mariko does very much view battle as a necessary evil, there is still that bit of her that is a proper Saiyan that's just like, I'm gonna enjoy this way more than I should. Because despite everything, she does like to fight. It's something she pins on the Saiyan breeding. Yeah, not touching that either. Yep, pretty much, yes. I said kind of. Like, so does my husband, Bronze. And Saiyans aren't really space Vikings so much as they're space Spartans, I think. There is? Oh, cool. I should go check that out later. Yeah, Vikings. Vikings weren't perfect. Actually, I probably wouldn't stay white for long, but oh well, why not? Oh dear. I'm sorry your wife is driving you round the bend, Mumsy. There we go. I'm sorry your poor wife is driving you nuts. Wrong layer. There we go. Sorry about that. Wrong layer. Get the DLCs for the game? I don't know. There we go. Wrong lever. Oh dear. Okay. But anyway, so I don't know why. Maybe like as a trap door to keep out the postman or something? I don't know. Not my place to ask. Phew. uh, you know what? Nope. Not not today. Always a valid question, but at this point it's just a life happens. Yes, I'm dressing her in a lot of sort of brown, earthy toned type things, and for some reason, I guess that just it's kind of always suited her in my head. Like, yes, this is something perfectly reasonable. But yeah, the in-game dialogue when you're talking to the people who can train you, if you're a Saiyan and you talk to the people who teach Saiyan stuff, their reactions to you just existing as a concept are hilarious. uh Partner? I'm confused. Uh Ghost partner. That's something I don't know. I'd have to ask Felix because it's his OC. Mhm. Sherman. Yeah, she does not know. I mean, she could probably find out, but what would the point be? Yes, I know the shoes aren't exactly identical. I am garbage at drawing shoes. Leave me alone. Partner switched bodies with the Bad Ranger. Um. Well, here's the thing. In the single player, in the story mode of the game, they don't really let you do single player. So a lot of this is stuff Mariko's been dealing with on her own. Uh, her her partner probably is doing other time shenanigans. Or just grabbed mismatched shoes this morning. Now, time to color in the pads. I think it's like both shoes are the appropriate size. They're both the same sort of style of shoe. There is not really a problem here. Aside from her coworkers maybe looking at her a little funny, but she's kind of used to that by now. Do a little bit of airbrush to give the pads on the elbows a bit of form. Well, I mean, just look at her like, you're weird. You're really, really weird. Yeah, they just look at her a little bit odd, but they figure different. They just figure, everybody's a little bit different. Yeah, basically what Mumsy said. Just they think she's a little bit odd. Does she have? Well, that's the thing about Saiyans. They don't really do romantic feelings like that. So if she, and by don't do that, I mean I don't mean that they're like biologically incapable of them. I mean it's a emotional sensation they are decidedly not accustomed to and don't really know what to do with. Basically, could she, in theory, develop a romantic attraction to someone? Yes. Would she be at all aware of what to do with that sensation? Most likely no. Dense, kind of yes. Not as dense as some, but yes, very, very dense. And I mean, that's kind of fair to her. Like she just straight up was just like, okay, this means something. Okay. She's not as dense as damn Goku, for one thing. Like, she understands emotional bonds, the weight they carry, all of that good stuff. Like, she understands it all. There's just occasionally bits and pieces she just straight up does not understand. There are occasionally little bits and bobs of emotional bonds she just does not understand. Yeah, the special is a polite way to put Goku. Yes. In a lot of ways, he is kind of just you are not the sharpest tool in the shed, are you there, buddy? But yes, he does have a very hard skull. So all I can say with any measure of politeness is good for him. There we go. Opening door. That yes. Tough is his hair. Well, we've never actually seen anybody try and cut it. So that's probably one of those like great unknown mysteries of the universe. Now, let's just add on a little bit of practical effects. Hey, hon. How are you? That's good. Destroy. For anyone who is concerned, this is supposed to be dirt. Actually, you know what? Yeah, because training is not a necessarily clean venture. She is going to be covered in dirt. Covered in dirt, scuffed up. Yeah, it's just like this is someone who does a lot of fighting and sparring, and sometimes that involves you getting more than a little dirty. Yes, Goku was very frequently dropped on his head. Dropped on his head, punched in the head. Goku's received a distressing amount of head trauma. Yes. The man has taken a lot of head trauma in his life. There we go. Kicked in the head. Yes. Does he not like a moose? I think it's part of some kind of Saiyan biology. Like, they can just shrug off getting repeatedly whacked in the head. I don't know fully. Yeah, it's just I don't know. Saiyan is near. Yes, remember, when a Saiyan is brought back from a near-death state, they always return just a little bit stronger. Yes, yes, Goku does. Well, there we go. There is a finished after training day Mariko. Let's just give her a nice simple background. Yeah, no, she likes to fight, but she's not gonna like just randomly go destroying things. It's just not her, if that makes any sense. There is a little bit of her that always wonders, like, what if I did? But she does know, like, yeah, I really should. And wouldn't this be? uh, she doesn't always train there. A lot of the time, actually, she prefers to train out in the field. Real time, as it were. What did she monsterize into? Uh, I don't legitimately know. I mean, there's always the default option of a Kakuen because they're both monkey people, but yeah, no clue. um, but yeah, here she is. Uh, thank you everyone for coming by, and I hope to see you all again soon. Hopefully, Felix will be feeling better for Among Us tomorrow. Hope to see you all there. Bye for now.